In a time before time, a piece of the timeline was cut, and the ends woven together. That piece still exists in its own smaller knot. It is a part of time apart from time that can slide along the timeline, making it a time machine. Those who board the time ship create their own time, weaving a new reality, changing the past. And one can write realities, both dark and bright, into existence. After stealing the time ship from the previous owners and writing them out of existence, the fools have traveled back to 1692, where they hope to find details on a secret concordant, a treaty made between three groups of mages that have bound the history of Boston since that time. Parallax, forced to awaken to a possible left-hand path, had traveled down a long and murderous road, but with his friend's help, he has regained his wisdom. Hannah, who can't remember their past, and now find themselves having written their own family out of existence. Mona, reality architect and faithful to the God Machine. Ethyl Stubbs, the last descendant of the Ward line and linchpin of reality, though she doesn't yet know it. Together with a stranger, Rex, and Parallax's newly married wife, Elora, these fools have traveled into adventure. They are running out of time. One of the cabal was thrown into a lake by a group of over 30 witch hunters. Led by Samuel Paris, this group tried to sever Mona's connection to magic as they drown her in the lake. As they were severing that connection, they were also stealing part of Mona's life force, which you saw with your mage sight. But you were powerless to stop it, for while you could slow down, specifically Parallax, slowing time around what was happening on the beach to give those people a pause and allow you to take actions and Mona to take actions. One of that group had an inverse effect with the slowing of time and actually sped up. And as they got closer to you, this man with a crooked hat and an angry glower and a cross piercing through a skull around his neck. You did battle with this flying human, and he reflected spells back at you. Ethyl got hit by a particularly vicious death spell. So instead of using spells, Hannah bulked out their muscles, flew into the sky on a new pair of wings, and as a superhuman wielding a lightsaber with wings, cut this person in half, which seemed good, but then it was also a problem because something about that guy made him explode. And when he exploded, it dealt a lot of damage, specifically to Hannah. Both Parallax and Ethyl escaped into one of Ethyl's ghost gates into the realm of the dead. They were brought there by Sanjata. Sanjata is a massive man with all of these cuts across his body. And you don't know how he got here. He hasn't been speaking with you. But there is something deathly about Sanjata. And as he steps through the ghost gate, part of his true self is unveiled. It looks as though someone has ripped out his soul, Ethel. And as his ghost was leaving his body, they kind of just tied it all back together.
Can I in any way know where his soul might have gone or if it's been destroyed?
It doesn't look destroyed. It looks almost like, I guess, an after image. His soul is slightly displaced, but now reconnected to his body. His body is dead, and you can see that here. But his soul was ripped out of his body, possibly ripped apart, it looks like, and then stitched back to his corpse.
Okay, weird question. He's a corpse, though. He's not a ghost.
He's
a
not a ghost.
bot. Okay, that's uncomfortable. Does having a certain amount of magic give you an inherent understanding of that magic?
It does to some degree. What kind?
Like, would I be able to, I would know how zombies are made?
I think that you would understand how zombies are made. Yes. You get the impression that everything that is dead leaves behind these physical remains that are tied intimately with death. And those things can be used. They still have a type of energy in them. And they can be used to make that form move around.
And is a soul usually attached to them?
No. Souls have departed from zombies.
So that part's weird.
Yeah. None of the Deathles have their souls. They're echoes. They're not full versions of you.
Okay. I'm going to share that with my friends so they know that too. I think I'm just going to say it in front of him. Ethel's not that nice.
I don't even remember.
That would suck. There'd be 2 party members down just being you guys. Where's Laura?
In the trees.
Oh, in the trees. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
she's
not also dead.
She's hiding somewhere.
Poor Laura. Can I
sometime?
All right. Can I look around in death and see if Mona is there? Or not if Mona is there, if Hannah is there, to see how Hannah's doing since they didn't come through the gate with us?
Hannah is not there, but hanging above Hannah's body is something that you have not seen before. It's the Grim Reaper.
Can they see it? Does it seem like they can see it?
You mean Parallax and your undead friend?
Yes. And Hannah as well. Or does it seem like it's just me?
Hannah can't see anything right now. In the physical corporeal world, the trees have been shattered by the force that was that blast. So have most of the bones in Hannah's body, you're pretty sure. Parallax is having a weird experience because Parallax, you've been in death before, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Everything feels still here. There's the stopping of an hourglass almost. You can almost see how smooth and flat the textures are here. And it's like our mortal world except there's ghosts everywhere. Oh my gosh, things have died in this forest, and there are ghosts of many of those things, and you can feel their energy. So Parallax probably doesn't see the Grim Reaper because Parallax has so much to see that it's hard to focus on what's important. Parallax, would you roll me a wits plus occult check?
All right, all right. Uh, 3 successes.
When you see Ethel looking in Hannah's direction, you also look in that direction. And you can see around Hannah's body, there's a kind of wilting in the energy field that is this death realm. It's like Hannah is becoming a focal point. It's almost like all the sands in an hourglass spiraling down. And where everything in this world is crisp, it's becoming these little pixelated chunks or like little pebbles that are falling into a hole of nothingness. And with 3 successes, you can see that here in the undead world, in the realm of death, what's happening is that a little bit of Hannah's soul is leaking out into the realm of the dead. On the other side of the hourglass is this world.
How far away is Hannah from me? How far away is Hannah? And like, can I see them from where I'm at?
You can see that Hannah is the center of that explosion. It's about 30 feet from where you are. The trees here are flattened and broken, so you can very easily see their body.
Can I get to them without... I guess what I'm trying to say is that group of witch hunters, is it safe to get to Hannah?
The witch hunters are actually about 400 feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
Or they were the last time you checked.
Okay, I guess I'm going to make my way over to Hannah then.
You move through the ghost world, a shadow. And you find that as you approach Hannah, your hands go through them like the ghost that you are. It's at this point that I'd like, Ethel, could you roll a death plus gnosis check?
Only 3. All those dice.
3 is still enough, I think, because 1 represents a success, 2 a good success, and 3 represents a great success. With 3 on that check, you see that next to him, there is a pile that you are pretty sure is the remains of that man. And as you look at it, he starts to form in the death world. Maybe because he just died. But there's something strange. He's like a ghost, but stronger. He's not just a ghost. Any ghost should just be rank 1 or 2. You're not sure, without casting death magic, how strong he is. And I could make that be what your 3 successes are, but something immediately happens as he begins to form. And that is that over 20 ghosts start flying at him and trying to tear him apart with their hands. As this ghost has ghost enemies. As you look at those ghosts, one of them makes eye contact with you.
One of the ghosts ripping up, this is Wizard Lincoln that they're ripping up?
Yeah. Well, Wizard Lincoln's ghost.
Okay. The sequel. Do I recognize the ghost that makes eye contact with me?
You don't immediately recognize them, but you can cast a spell to know any ghost. So you do, I assume.
Yeah.
She's from England. And you can see that she and a group of women are talking with each other. They're just all hanging out inside this house. It's very old. Before 1692, you're pretty sure, but maybe contemporary. And as they're hanging out, they're like drinking, they're like chatting, and you are brought to see that there is a man standing in the window. It's Wizard Lincoln. Your vision cuts from this moment to a mob of angry people breaking into this building with swords, clubs, and beating on those women and throwing them in jail. These ghosts are the ghosts of those women, for all of them were killed as witches.
Can I cast a spell to help destroy Wizard Lincoln's ghost?
Death plus Gnosis, and he's going to resist. Four successes.
Can I roll one more if I smash him with my shovel while I do it?
Yeah, you can.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, 5.
Did you say 5?
Yeah, with the shovel
That's
smash.
an exceptional shovel success. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, I want to just like run up and be like, "You go, girls!" and then smash him with my shovel.
Yeah, you do, and you break that ghost into ghosty pieces of ectoplasm and squish. You squish Wizard Lincoln's ghost.
Yeah.
The spirit women look down at you, thankful. And they say, he won't be dead until that book is destroyed. We thank you, and we leave. And they're going to try to peace.
Wait, what book? What book?
As the ghosts depart, as you think what book to them, I would like you to roll a death gnosis.
2. Not great.
You get the impression that did your character read Harry Potter?
Oh, almost certainly.
Okay. Somewhere.
Also into internet occult stuff.
Okay. You get the feeling that somewhere is a book that is a Horcrux to that guy. He has somehow created a book as he died that held part of his soul. And with your second success, you get the vibe that it is actually a corrupting influence like Tom Riddle's diary on whoever would be holding that book.
Okay. Just like physically touching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, not just like physically touching it. More like reading it. You'd have to read it.
Okay.
That's how the books get you.
Don't trust anything that you can't tell where it keeps its brain. Is that Mr. Weasley's thing?
Probably a good idea.
All right. You ready for our wonderful plan of how we're going to save Hannah.
I am so ready for you to save Hannah.
Right, Trevor, do you want to magic first, or do you want?
Sure, I can certainly try that, I guess, if it's my turn. So I'm not sure if I'm going to even be able to do this, but I'm going to try to do a improvise space spell to try to retrieve that part of the soul of Hannah that is leaving their body. So I'm just going to use like an improvised space spell to sort of shove it back into them.
In the realm of death, you're trying to grasp a soul with space.
Yeah.
You roll space gnosis, but it also fails. You should roll space gnosis though.
Oh, I should? Okay.
Yeah, you totally should. That sounds rad. This is a moment that your character could gain beats from learning stuff.
All right, well, here we go. 5 successes.
Did you say an exceptional success? First of
I
all,
did.
you do gain a beat.
Yeah.
Second of all, you gain a condition because as you are here in the realm of death, playing around with space, you feel attuned to the underworld. Space is different here. It's actually very interesting. For some reason, in the realm of death, there isn't like a full world. Like you would love to be able to teleport here, and you don't know if that would work. Maybe it would, but it seems as though if you go far enough from the living people, the universe of death just ends. There's no space except for the space that you have around you. Because of this condition, you are going to get either a +2 bonus on your next space spell cast in the underworld, or you can instead get a dot of death magic for 1 fewer experience point.
Wow. I guess I'll take a dot of death magic for an experience point. Yeah. Sounds like a thing I should do.
Okay, so resolve your condition, gain another beat.
Cool.
Hannah, would you roll your stamina?
It's just stamina?
Just stamina.
It's not good. One success.
Okay. You don't take any aggravated damage at the moment. Okay, what's part 2 of the plan?
My next move is that I smash the Grim Reaper with my shovels, since it just works so well.
And yeah, it just passes through it, and it turns to you, and it's like, you knew.
It would have been so cool, though.
There's like a noticeable shrug from the Grim Reaper.
And I do the same shrug back because I'm still 19. And then I cut us out of death. We can go back into the real world.
Okay. Color returns. You brought your other friend too, Sanjata? Or did you leave him?
Didn't discuss it in the plan. Did we bring him?
I think this is a Ethel question. This is a right now, did you bring that guy whose soul got ripped out and then reattached to his body?
Yeah, I would like to bring him because I want to fix that.
He has been useful so far.
I want to know more about his ripped out soul.
And as you reappear in the mortal world, Alora also reappears at the tree, and she's just got big doe eyes, like looking down at you, Parallax.
Oh my god. Yeah, she needs to get closer. I can't do anything about her from over there, so I like sort of wave her over here.
Yeah, okay, she'll run down with the axe.
Yeah, keep the axe. I forgot she had the axe. All right. Well, I guess I'm imagining I'm still next to Hannah's dying body.
Yep.
All right. I don't have any medicine, so I can do stuff, but not really well.
Gonna make me conscious. Just make me conscious.
Oh god. I guess I will try to do a medicine roll.
All right, so do you have any dots in medicine?
No. So it'd be a -3 if I even tried.
And it's
But
a dexterity medicine check, and you don't have any tools, so it's at -2. So that's a -5 penalty to your dexterity. You're rolling a chance die.
I am, but that could just make it worse.
That's right.
If we worked together with no medicine between us, does it make it any better? Because teamwork?
If there are two people who are not doctors, they're both trying to heal you. Sometimes, yeah, it actually can. It can make things better.
Does Alora have medicine?
Nope. And Alora like goes and you're like, do you know how to fix this? And she's just like shocked, looking at Hannah's body.
My skin is also burst open all over the place.
Oh, I have an idea. But actually, it could save Hannah, but it could also bring Wizard Lincoln back. So, I think we're kind of at these crossroads here where we either let Hannah die, or potentially deal with. I think I can make this happen. I think it's going to be a very high-end time spell where I forget that I'm looking at the name of it right here.
As you're vocalizing this, right? You're
Sure.
saying this out loud.
Sure.
Okay, so Sanjata grabs you pretty forcefully, not by the throat, but by like the collar, and just he's looking in your eyes, real serious, like.
I'm not happy about this either, Sanjata, but
He shakes his head no. He shakes his head no.
All right, then can you save her from dying?
He looks up at Ethel.
I don't know how to save her. I can just make her a friend if she's a ghost.
Hannah, would you roll your stamina?
Do I know how to save her?
You don't.
Yeah.
You're a teenager. You're frightened.
Yeah, right. I know how to make her my friend if she's a ghost. Okay, what do we need to teleport things? Can we magic Hannah back to the ship?
Parallax could probably do it.
Two successes.
You're still out. You're hanging in there. It's going great.
There has to be medicine stuff in the ship, right?
Yeah, but I guess the ship could do stuff, but we also need to find Mona.
The people down on the beach have dispersed. Oh, Rex is in your heads. And can Rex give you medical advice? No, of course he has no dots in medicine. Rex can volunteer that you could modulate anything if you knew how to make it. And he's pretty sure that you just get some alcohol and then some bandages, and maybe you sew someone back together. He's never done the sewing, but that's kind of how you do it. So you just imagine alcohol and bandages.
Could he make me conscious though?
I don't think he can. You're past your body's limits. Your mind, it's not able to process this right now.
I have a crazy idea that's probably won't work, but I'm willing to try. I'm going to use my Fate 4 to, I forget the name of the spell.
Just make it happen.
Yeah, basically I'm going to fate that Hannah is going to wake up by me slapping them. See if that works.
Okay. Roll a Fate plus Gnosis check.
Yeah, and I'm going to use a willpower here.
Okay.
So that's need to roll 5 more dice. Not a good start. Not a good start. Glad he used the willpower. Okay, that's way better. That's way better. It's still 3 successes.
As you slap Hannah,
Wake up!
their body does like a weird jolt thing and lurches to the side. And roll, both of you, a wits plus composure check. No, you're not in the both of you. You're in the one of you who just got your body slapped on the ground.
4 successes on that roll.
Okay. I was going to wait until much, much later to reveal this. But you see a tiny little tick jump off of Hannah's body as you hit it. The tick lands on the ground and then transforms into a little old woman with white hair and a kind of bob, and she looks around at you. And Ethel, you don't recognize this lady. Who's she? Where's she from? Parallax, this is May.
No.
What the hell are you doing here?
And she says, you just can't stop getting yourself into trouble. Really? None of you are even a little bit of doctor? Wow. Hannah, you're at full health. All your aggravated is gone. All your lethal is gone. Your body just...
Timely choking. That was wild. May?
Oh, hello there, dear. Look at you getting yourself killed in the line of defense of witches everywhere. Very good, very good.
I didn't die. Also, what are you doing here and now?
Well,
How? You should be destroyed with everything else that we accidentally destroyed.
I seem to have just stuck around with you through your timeline. It's magic.
So you've just been hiding somewhere and did not
Oh, I was just in
help
the
us a
timeline
little bit?
completely cut off from everything until fate coincided to bring me here to save you.
I appreciate you healing me and saving my life. But man, there were so many times that we could have used your help.
You were fine. fate wouldn't have deemed this moment for me to save you. If you didn't need my help then.
Well, this is all well and good, but I start just running toward the lake. We gotta help Mona.
We are not finished, and I'm gonna go run to the lake too.
All right. May is also going to run to the lake, and she is so incredibly spry for an older woman.
Is she still all spirity?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Flip through the spirit lenses, and definitely spirity. In fact, you would say that the spirit has somewhat changed. You remember it before when it was the spirit of a cat. It was really tied to like this big cat spirit, but now, and it's weird because it's getting fuzzy as you look at it, it's a cockroach. The Nemean has somehow shed the skin of a cat and become as a cockroach spirit.
That can't be destroyed. Sticking around till the end of time.
Do either of you have the skill politics, Parallax or Hannah?
No.
And that's why
not.
perfect Patsy.
I have one dot in it.
Nope.
Okay. Ethel, why don't you roll wits plus politics? And if
That's a 0.
that's a 0. Yeah. I mean, this is magic. Magic, baby. There's an old lady here. That's how it works.
I mean, honestly, it's no less weird than anything else that's happened. So,
But May knows about my destiny that I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I will entire. Ooh, I'm not damaged anymore.
So the group, Ethel, you're running with the rest of the group,
yes.
and so are your NPC companions, Sanjata and Alora. You all reach the beach at relatively the same time. If you really want to reach it first, you could roll to compete, but let's just say you're running together unless anyone objects. The beach is still. There are no people here, but there are plenty of footprints. There is no motive.
I'm going to scan for life signs.
There
Can I
are some
tell?
There are some small mammals in the woods, insects.
There's no sign of human life sign.
No, all those people seem to have left, and Mona's not here.
Would I have detected her dead body with my life sight? No.
You may have detected things around her dead body with life sight.
There was no indication of.
You don't see any immediate clues. But
Okay.
roll a wits investigation -2.
One.
You see that there's actually almost like a corridor underwater where the fish are staying away from a certain spot.
That's interesting. I'm going to turn to May and say, you were around the last time I went into a lake, and I'm going to dive in with some gills and fancy swimming webbing.
As you dive down, you see the remains of a chair, broken, with rope around it.
Can I see where that, you said the corridor is? There's nothing? Or is that where the chair was?
It's near where the chair is. The corridor leads to the chair, and there were some curious creatures, but it also extends beyond the chair and out into the lake.
Okay. I'm going to, from the water, I say there's a path in the water, like a weird path. I mean, I can make you mer people if you want, or I could go investigate and come back. Swim, 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 swim. But Mona's not in the water.
Can I look like with depth sight into the water?
No human dead in the water.
May, can you go be eagle-eyed eagle and see if maybe she went to find us?
Into the sky, May goes.
Do you want to be mer people?
Anybody else using any of their magic? Or would you like to be mer people?
I would like to use the fate spell to see if I can go to or let my feet lead me to where Mona could be.
Okay. So you want to walk?
Yeah, I want to walk. I don't want to be a mer person. Last time I was in a lake, I got turned into a worm. So I ain't going back.
You say that out loud because I want to be a mer person, but if I know that the chances of becoming a worm are very high, Ethel's going to think twice about it.
I've got better. And I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
I looked to Laura. It's like, you and I can hang out in dry land, and hopefully we can find Mona hereabouts.
Oh, gross. I'm definitely going in the water then.
Sanjata will go in the water with you, Ethel. But Hannah, you don't think you can mer person Sanjata. Because he's not alive.
So Sanjata, I can't give you gills, but do you need them? Great, that's what I thought. This is fun. And I'm going to give Ethel some gills.
Okay, yeah, roll that life gnosis. Who doesn't want gills? Am I right?
3 successes.
How's it look as you do it?
I guess I probably swam back closer to shore, and I just kind of spray a bunch of water at Ethel. I'm sure she doesn't like, but just gotta get in the water.
Yep, your clothes are now wet and unfashionable, and you can't breathe air right now. Your body's like You got to get in the water, it seems.
I will jump into the water.
Nice.
Can Hannah at least give me cute gills?
Didn't think about that. They're gills. They're frilly.
Oh, he's kind of nice.
I mean, your neck is frilly.
You are also in a lot of clothes in this water, so much so that it'll be giving you a -1 penalty to your athletics check.
I mean, Hannah has no problem taking their clothes off, as they have done in the house before. It's just...
They're covered in blood anyway, mostly burned.
Okay.
Yeah, I also hate these clothes, so I'm happy to strip back down to like a shift, which at least feels like a dress someone would wear.
Oh yeah, like you could go 4 levels deep and still be in acceptable human clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you run into anybody from this time period. But anyhow, so swimming across the lake. It's going to be a dexterity athletics check. And +2 bonus for your fishing ability. Parallax, what's that fate plus gnosis look like for you?
As for the roll or what?
Yeah, would you roll?
I probably should roll that right now, actually. Oh yeah, it's 6 successes.
All right, with 6 successes, you... Wow. That's 1 over an exceptional success, as we know. So I guess you gain a beat. And you find Mona.
Yeah.
So you walk on the right side of the lake down to where Hannah and Ethyl will eventually figure out Mona is by swimming out, and then Mona paused and swam over to the side. But Mona, just a quick getting you out of a lake story is you got to the edge and then you heard someone cutting wood. What would you have done?
Probably like put my head like this over the water and see if I see them.
You don't immediately see them.
So yeah, Mona would just like peek up over the waves.
Yeah. It's a Massachusetts lake. It's kind of rocky. It's a little sandy. There's some muck.
Probably lots of muck.
Yeah, there's a lot of muck.
Yeah, if I don't see anyone near me, I'm gonna... Am I far enough away from everyone doing that awakening?
Yes. In fact, they're all gone.
Oh.
They're just like vanished.
How long was I in that lake for? Okay.
Like, longer than you could hold your breath for, but like only a few minutes.
Yeah.
Probably.
I will get out and
Stopping that.
dry myself off with some
Magic. Air
magic.
Dryer.
And I think, do I hear what direction the wood cutting is in?
Yeah. It's like that way, a little bit left.
Well, I should probably stay away from it. I'm being chased by the village. Who knows who that is? Maybe I'll do like a... Oh, I have a connection in my head, don't I?
Oh yeah, you totally do.
Yeah. Hello?
Um, except it's broken. It's gone.
Oh. Dang. That's actually not good. I'm gonna head back in the direction of our ship.
So that would involve swimming back across. Oh, well, would it involve swimming back across the lake? You don't know how to get to your ship. You could try to roll a wit survival check.
Okay. And if I have no survival, it's just -1.
That's right. Survival is a physical skill. You've been in this parts. They used to have strip malls here.
I got 1 success.
It's that away.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put my like forces side up so I can kind of see like the ley lines to help navigate.
You actually, with prime sight, could see ley lines and could tell
Yeah.
which part of the snake is a hollow. The part that was the Leon family home. So you can like pinpoint that, and then you can kind of like trace lines out to Witch Hollow Farm, which is the center of the snake, and you know how to get back there. So from that, you can kind of orient yourself and get to any of the snake locations.
Great. I'm going to do that.
All right. So how are you going to swim away from the person in the woods, or are you going to try to sneak past?
I'll just swim. Honestly, it was like really relaxing in that water, and also what a moment.
What are you thinking about that moment where you saw the face of angels?
What am I thinking about it?
Yeah, I mean, that must be all you're thinking about.
Yeah.
You're not like immediately contacting your friends or fighting anybody. You're just slowly swimming across this lake a second time.
Yeah, I'm definitely just taking it all in and feeling really appreciative and lucky that I got to talk to the machine god. And also it's like kind of put things into perspective. Knowing that they're like each planet is like a cog. Can you remind me what I learned?
There are
Like
angels on other planets, and there are angels on this planet, and they are aware of you.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely just thinking that about that.
And you can kind of like hear the gears clicking still as you can see all the connections. And there's this one loud, satisfying click as you reach the edge of the lake. And standing there is Parallax and Alora.
Hey, Parallax.
It's good to see you in one piece. It's been quite of a ruckus trying to find you.
Yeah, I might have said some dumb things and I almost died, but I'm here.
Yeah, Han almost died too. They're
Oh my
okay now.
God.
It's fine. It's fine. May's back. They're probably in the water right now. I'm surprised they haven't found you yet.
Wait, May's in the water?
Yeah, long story. May was hanging out. So yeah, they're here now. Everyone's okay. I guess the others should be here soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's cut back to the others. Okay, the others.
Okay.
So you reached the side of the lake, which Mona reached. And as you do so, the person is still cutting wood, because cutting wood takes a while. You probably hear that. Roll me a wits plus composure check. You just need 1 success to hear it. And you probably hear it before you reach the edge of the lake, because you aren't swimming underwater the whole way. Probably. No successes. Hannah is
No.
just so about this swimming thing that Hannah has already emerged onto the shore.
Like flop out like one of those, well, fish with the salmon leap out of the water. Yeah, and I'm like, Mona, but quietly.
I got 2. This is not the mermaid like experience I was dreaming of, and I am definitely looking for the shore.
Well, as you are mermaiding towards the shore, you do hear the sound of an axe, and then that sound stops.
I'm gonna say, come on, Ethel, and I reach down to give her my hand so I can take the, like, remove the gills from her as well.
Thank you.
Wet Sanjata comes out of the lake too.
Did I ever hear those axe noises?
No, you never were in this spot.
I'll mention it to everyone else though. Did you guys see anyone? I heard it sounded like chopping.
Did you hear that underwater or above water?
You're not there.
Above.
Actually, I apologize. Parallax, you are not where they come out.
No.
All right, so what happened was Mona swam across a lake, heard someone chopping wood, and then swam diagonally away from it, directly to you.
Ah, okay, cool.
Because why not? Cashing in on that Fate 4. I feel like Ethel has Fate 4 too. Does Hannah have who has Fate in this party?
I got 4, yeah.
I got 4.
You.
So you all can just tell me what happens. Anytime you
Thank
want to just what's going on?
You mean the people with fate or Hannah obliviously getting out of the water?
Oh, you are out of the water.
Yeah.
And if you would like to roll a Wits plus Composure check now, you may.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got 5 successes this time.
You see him. The woodcutter has stopped cutting wood. He is looking at you. He's behind a tree, hiding behind it, but the tree is way too small for him. It is a considerable distance away. He's got kind of like a burnished brown skin tone and lines on his face that show that he's been like squinting at things and like thinking really hard. He's got all these different lines all over his weathered complexion. He has some feathers hanging from a braid. He's dressed kind of like a pilgrim. And you don't know how much he saw.
But there are 2 wet people in some underlayer of dresses, which is weird enough.
There's also a massive ripped guy who doesn't have a shirt.
Oh yeah, who's just not breathing.
Yeah, he's also a zombie, whatever.
And like in the distance, all the trees are flattened. Hello.
Hello
Greetings.
there, he says, seeing that he's been called out. He's gonna like put an axe against the tree that he was hiding on and step out. I didn't see anything, he says.
Me neither. Oh,
Okay.
there was a blast from across the lake and we hid, and now we are getting out and hoping that we're okay.
All right. Roll the subterfuge check that no one had asked for.
I don't have subterfuge.
All right. It's a manipulation subterfuge.
So is that a chance die?
Is it?
I don't have subterfuge.
What's your manipulation?
2?
No, it's a real die. It's one real die. He wants to believe you,
It's not a success. Oh.
but you're clearly lying.
Did you hear that blast that totally hurt no one?
Oh, I don't hear
Right.
much. I don't hear much. Didn't see anything. Didn't hear anything. Didn't speak anything. You know what they say.
What do they say?
Speak no evil, hear no evil.
That doesn't feel very 1692.
No, is that not right? That could be.
Oh man, he's a time traveler.
I'm just gonna spirits have been wacky. Just gonna do some spirit sight and just be like, hey, have you been touched by all this really terrible evil? Or is he just a regular guy? And can I manipulate the spirits to be the spirits of obliviousness and forgetfulness?
It's interesting. I looked up the history of that saying, and he does say it. But yeah, why don't you tell me one more time? You want to look for the spirits around him.
Yeah, just because it's weird that he's by the lake and there's been a lot of weird spirit stuff around. Just like,
so you see a few things when you look at him. One is that he has a big chain collar around his neck in the spirit world, with this long chain that leads off into the distance. He's got a tiny little dancing broom that's like following him in the spirit world. It looks almost like a familiar. And it's not here physically, but it is in the spirit world, a dancing broom. And there are also jovial spirits of good humors around this man. There is also a tiny little fire spirit here. It's kind of burning on the edges of the broom. But it looks like, when you spirit eyes it, that it's rage.
So glad we came upon you. Are you from around here?
He's getting more and more uncomfortable in this situation. Roll me a manipulation persuasion check.
Two.
Oh, I've been around many places. Not originally from here. No, not originally from here. It's nice though. I mean, it's all right.
You don't talk like you're from around here.
It is a merrily morning, isn't it?
I was right.
Can I do with empathy or something?
Yeah,
to be like,
absolutely.
yeah, this is not.
Yeah, I think it would be wit's empathy. You could also do wit's subterfuge to tell if he was lying, but empathy would tell you something as well.
Got one.
You know, he doesn't seem like a time traveler. There's something up with him. The way that he's speaking is definitely different from everybody else. It sounds more modern. But something about that doesn't sit right with you.
Can I very subtly read his mind with my one mind spell? Just be like,
Yeah. Roll
we're
mind
new
gnosis.
around here too. I'm so glad I have so much gnosis. That's a one.
With one success, you peer into his mind and you see his foremost thought is, oh no, I'm talking with these people. That's gonna get me killed. They're gonna hang me? They might hang me. Oh, she'd be real mad at me if they hung me. I should probably get back to cutting wood. I didn't see anything here. I didn't see anything here.
So you know, my companions and I are just passing through.
What is Gillis Ethel doing now that you are a companion?
I was actually wondering this. Are we hearing this conversation or is this happening in the spirit world?
No, it's happening in the physical world. This man is a physical mortal. Hannah's just spirit eyes.
You're gonna have to let me think about it because I for sure thought it was happening in the spirit world and I wasn't hearing it. I'm so sorry.
No worries. But basically what's happening is Hannah is having a conversation with this person suspiciously.
Can we see? Oh, sorry, Rudy.
Mhm.
Can we see the chain on his neck or can only Hannah?
Only Hannah can see that. There's no physical chain on his neck. It's more of a metaphorical one. But it's strong.
Yeah, so Hannah was saying, my companions and I are just passing through, but maybe we can help each other. You seem like you're tied down a little bit here.
He's gonna narrow his eyes at you.
We're looking for someone who might have gotten out of the lake a little before us.
Oh, I didn't see anything. I should go back to cutting wood.
Who are you cutting wood for? Do you live near here?
Oh,
Can you give us some assistance?
I'm cutting wood for Reverend Paris. And he'll need it.
It is winter. And it is winter. We're this frozen lake.
Yeah,
so I'm not cold.
Normal team.
Hannah's not cold because they have control over their body, but
oh man, does that mean that Ethel is freezing?
Yeah. It would Yep.
Go ahead, Hannah. Sorry.
Oh, and Sanjata is also
No,
fine.
No, totally fine.
And Hannah realizes this and then pretends to be cold very suddenly. Yeah, it's could you help us? You haven't seen someone emerge from here though?
Nope, didn't see anything.
Huh. Because I don't want to go near the Parises. Well, if you wouldn't mind saying nothing, we won't say anything about our interactions with you and your involvement with watching a pair of helpless young ladies emerge from a wet lake.
Oh, I will not. I will not say anything at all about this. I don't even remember it.
Is there some sort of like fate thing that will let us know if he breaks that? What level is that? There is, but I just don't remember what level it is.
You could make him swear an oath, and Ethyl could bind him to it. And then, not only would you know if he had broken it, but you could also curse him if he did.
I don't want to do that. He seems fine. But yeah, like Ethyl, I think we should make him promise. Do you promise? And kind of like nudge Ethyl. Do the thing.
Yeah. Can we make him like? Are we promising, or just promising?
Promising. Under the auspices of the goodly Lord, will you keep your word that you will say nothing about this interaction?
All right, it's gonna have to be a manipulation subterfuge check. It is.
I'm gonna do a willpower because I don't want him to say anything.
Ethyl, what is your manipulation subterfuge?
Oh yeah, maybe Ethel's way better about
Maybe
it.
Ethel's just slightly decent at talking / lying.
I know it's not good at talking.
Where's subterfuge? Social
Skill.
I have 3 dots combined.
It is better than me. Do you want to live convince us?
Yeah, I'll say it. Like, yeah, do you promise that you won't say anything? Or else we'll have to curse you. And I'll smile real good. He doesn't know if
Hannah's just like, oh
no. Yeah, do you want to roll intimidation? I think it's intimidation. But you could roll subterfuge too. No, you can roll whichever is higher, intimidation or subterfuge plus manipulation.
It's the same. One success.
Okay, I promise. Bound. You've trapped him in your fate web.
Poor guy.
Ethyl, as you bind this person into your fate web, do you want to like add anything about his fate to his fate? Because you can like give him conditions, make him have a great day, make him trip over a rake, anything really.
I want the next swing he does chopping wood to be like perfect, where the whole log splits in like one hit and you feel like you're amazing at it.
That happens.
Nice.
And as he leaves, the 3 of you see Sanjata pointing over to the other side of the lake, where Parallax and Mona simultaneously notice you.
They were there the whole time? All right, you promised. And then we go back in the lake. All right, so we swim over. But when we get out, I'm going to what would it be where I make sure Ethel doesn't feel absolutely freezing cold?
Life magic. So just life notices.
Great.
Yeah, you can make it so that anybody doesn't feel cold.
Yeah. All right. Here, guys, we're not freezing, having been in water. Yeah, that's 4 successes.
Nice. Ethel, you stop feeling the cold.
Group hug.
Of note, though, Sanjata's dreadlocks do have just icicles hanging off of them now after the second lake swim. Charlotte, Sanjata's here.
Hi, Sanjata. What are you doing here?
Kind of like sinks his head.
Wait. Oh. Wait, how did you get here?
He looks up, sad.
Can you not talk? Did they cut your tongue out? Dang.
He opens his mouth. He does have a tongue.
Oh.
I think it's something else.
Yeah, do you want that repaired?
He nods. Emily! Hi, Emily! We love you!
Emily!
They all say hi. She says hi. She's decided to water her plants.
Yes. Give them life.
Any more neglect and they're all freaking dying on me.
That's how you green witch a room.
This one's got a baby.
All the cats have decided to come in with Emily. There's another one over here somewhere.
Leading the army of cats.
Oh,
Sanjata is one of the dead wrens. They're a free council cabal that you brought into the other timeline. You, Mona, Parallax. There were 3 of them that you brought with you. Sanjata, Ismail, and Rabbit Annie. And they all disappeared from before this game. No, I think Sanjata was in this game back in session -1, Atoembra Parallax.
Throwback.
Okay. Sanjata, is Ishmael and Annie with you?
He gets real serious.
Okay. Does anyone else have a connection to what's his name? The one in our ship?
Rex.
Rex? Yeah. He's been here the whole time.
I lost my connection with Mona, Rex said, when she went under that lake. I'll reestablish it now that I can see her again.
Oh, thanks. All right, Rex. Do you know who Sanjata is? Member of the Dead Runs?
No, I've never met the man.
Well, he's here now, and he can't talk.
I know who the Dead Wrens are, though. Aren't they that free council cabal in Boston?
Yes, Parallax and I accidentally sent them to the other timeline.
Oh, you're thinking about it
I'm not.
Guess
Not
what this
thinking
lake
about
looks
it.
like on the other side.
Not thinking about it. I'm thinking about Sanjata and David Jones and beer. Lots of beer and all the different types of beer that I drank with Davy Jones. Anyway,
Give me a resolve composure check.
Did I overhear Mona talking to Rex, or are they just saying?
Oh
Thinking
yeah,
this?
it's all in the group combo.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a resolve composure check too, because she said it, and then I
I
thought
know,
about
right?
it. Resolve composures.
1 success.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I got 4 successes.
Just Mona. Mona. You remember the other timeline for a moment, and in pain. You see Sanjata fighting with those people on the stairs. They looked a lot like him. You think that Sanjata had a connection to that timeline. And then you're here in the other timeline. There is a crystal clear lake. The sky is dark and stormy. The lake shimmers in an unnatural way. From all the trees around you, you see the birds fly into the sky. And there's a moment where you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Curse you, timeline. We'll get rid of you. You don't belong here.
Do you react to the hand?
No. I ignore
Staring
it.
at the lake, you hear a voice, Sanjata's voice, say, "It's time." And then you're back in the lake in the proper timeline. Proper timeline. 1692.
Okay. Sanjata, I apologize for bringing you there. I had no clue. Yeah. Is it okay if Rex makes a connection with you?
I can't do it, says Rex. His mind's not like your mind. It's all right, I'll try.
Well, before you try, why don't you look a little closer at his mind first? You don't want to get into
Thoughts, but they're not. I feel like it's the abyss. It's like someone took his higher self and stretched him over the abyss. I think he's tainted.
Yeah, probably. It makes sense. Does Mono how to untaint people? Yeah. Okay, we have a few things to deal with right now. A bunch of people just got Force Awakened / went mad above the lake. Are you aware of this?
I just blew up. I mean, I'm fine because May's here, but also May's here. Who got Force Awakened?
Can you remind me who I was watching Force Awakened?
Well, Samuel Paris was there, and then it was all of his cronies.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I guess the Christian Church of Salem.
Yeah. Samuel Paris, a bunch of cronies from the church, had thrown me in the lake, and then they were all hovering, awakening, being forced by Paris, I think. And I didn't see what happened to them, did I?
Roll me wits plus composure check.
Yeah. I was surviving under the water. That's 2 successes.
It's funny how the mind remembers things. And as you think back to it, what you do remember is Samuel Paris throwing you in the lake. And as he did, you saw him raise up a book. And you thought at the time that it had been a Bible, but you now recognize it as not being a Bible. It was some sort of magical tome. And you're not sure much else beyond that.
Okay. Yeah, Paris has a tome, some sort of book, and I think that's what may have initiated the forced awakening.
You mean it wasn't Wizard Lincoln?
Mona's not in on the joke. Mona doesn't know who Wizard Lincoln is.
You know, the guy that we cut in half and blew up.
I have no,
Oh man.
I'm ignorant of what you were talking about. Can you explain?
Yeah, so there was this flying guy who looked like Wizard Lincoln, like evil Wizard Lincoln, and he is the Witchfinder General, but he's not anymore because I hulked out with the power of teamwork. I sliced him in half, and it was awesome. It was like probably the most epic thing.
Whoa.
But then he blew up and blew me up, and I'm glad everyone else is okay. And I think that May saved my life, which I don't know where she went. Oh, and May's here.
Oh, yeah. The eagle is gone, though.
I don't know where she went. I also don't know how she got here or like what. I honestly never know why May does anything.
That's
Ever.
strange how 2 people have just turned up here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should cast like a fate and see if they're connected in some way. Interconnections?
Immediately, yes, but also roll it.
Okay. Well, I have only fate 2, but I'll try it. Let's see.
I mean, anyone can do it. You all have fate. In fact, Mona, it costs you a point of mana to cast. Oh no, interconnections is a rogue for you. Parallax, it would be free for you.
4 successes.
But with Mona's 4 successes, you can tell that Sanjata is tied mostly to you and Parallax, but is tied to all of you. You can also sense a strong connection between Sanjata and Rex. And you also feel that there's a strong connection between the Nemean, May, and Hannah. And there is a decent connection between Sanjata, the Nemean, and the rest of the party in the Nemean.
Okay. I mean, that all makes sense. Okay, and then lastly, we need to get back to our ship and move it because I might have told James Paris that we had a ship and he might be looking for it. And so like we need to just like make sure that he doesn't get his hands on it.
When did you mention that?
You know, we were just talking and
Oh my
it
god.
might have slipped. Rex, you should move the ship into a different.
I don't know how to move the ship.
Okay,
Last time we moved it, it took 5 of us.
Also, I don't know. Remember the fuel issue? I thought there was an issue with fuel on that thing. So I don't know if we even can.
Oh, fuel.
But we could camouflage it, right? That's
It
the
is
thing.
already naturally camouflaged.
Yeah, so we should probably be okay.
Yes, just set up some wards far away so you can notify us if anyone gets close, and then we can come hopefully before they get there.
All
'Cause,
right, I'll let you know as soon as people get close enough that I can't really cast space spells very well through to the outside of the ship, but I'll do what I can.
Okay. Parallax, do you have a tie with the ship so you can transport us there fast if need be?
Yeah, to a degree, I could probably. I've been there before, so I could probably port us back.
Okay, good.
You think it would be relatively easy, still at a penalty, to go back to the entrance where you exited from?
We can't really leave here though without May. I'm gonna find a bird and get the bird to find May.
Do you want to cast Shifting the Odds? It's a fate spell that helps you find things.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to find May?
Yeah, you could just find May. You could find a bird.
Yeah, I could just find May though. Sure. Yeah. I don't want to pay mana to do a fate spell though.
It's free for me. Yeah, we're just gonna start walking, and fate is gonna lead us towards May. Hopefully, assuming she
Okay.
didn't.
She has some questions that need to be answered.
We found the Ebenus yet?
Yes. Well,
In this timeline? Or in
kind of. So Mrs. Paris is the Ebenus. But I don't, right? Yeah. Mary Paris is the Ebenus, but I don't know if she is the Ebenus yet.
Oh.
But she becomes the Lernean at some point, or is Lernean, but
Oh yeah.
well, is Lernean, and the Lernean is the Ebenus.
So Parallax, you got successes on that roll?
Yeah, I got 5 successes.
Wow, May's right there. In fact, May, in the form of a tiny black cat, comes around the corner with blood on all her paws, shifts back into being a little old woman, and says, "Oh, well, it seems that they can't really effectively cast spells at this moment. They're very easy to kill. And you're looking for the Ebenus."
Wait, who can't cast May?
All those baby witch hunters running around the woods thinking that they're hunting witches, throwing them in lakes. It's frankly rude. And she wipes the blood on the grass off of her human hands.
Did you just kill all of them?
Only the ones that I could catch. They're very fast.
How many are left?
Most of them, it's safe to say.
May, this is Sanjata. Sanjata May. Sanjata is part of the Dead Runs.
I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. Don't worry, we'll unmake that. We'll unmake the whole timeline.
That's the plan.
And then, as May says it, there's a tremor through her whole body, and a black vein jarts up into her eye, and her whole eye goes black.
Are you also tainted?
And then there's a physical effort, and it like recedes and goes down. And she looks at you and she says, "We all are. And it's going to take you three," and she gestures at Parallax, Mona, and Ethyl, "before it takes my apprentice. There are some advantages of being a master of life."
Ooh, can you fix this? I turn around and show my back scar.
I can. It's strange, though. I don't think you want this fixed.
Oh,
She's gonna put a hand on your back, and it is painful. But two giant white wings erupt from Mona's back.
am I an angel?
And that is where we're going to pause this game.
Whoa. Wow.
An interesting turn.
What?
Angel Mona.
Angel Mona.
The evil Parallax put that on my back. Unless something happened and that saved me? What?
Anyhow, everybody gets beats. Beats. I'm gonna say you all get a beat for encountering May. Ethel gets an additional beat for dealing with Wizard Lincoln's ghost. And then another beat for dealing with those other ghosts to learn the secret of the book. And then everybody gets another beat for reuniting the party. That's a major plot point. You all live through that. And Hannah and Ethel, you get beats for interacting with that man.
That poor man.
That poor man. He's a major NPC. Anyhow, there.
I'm glad Hannah didn't decide to be naked.
I am actually a little confused about what gender Hannah is right now physically, because you've transformed before
Into Hans.
into Hans.
I think they turned back, but I don't remember. They're probably some like weird. I don't know. I feel like they turned back at some point, but I can't remember if that's true or not. I think they did.
Okay. That'll be the set state for now.
Yeah, I think that they did because they're like, I don't need to be Hans anymore. And that was definitely not true.
Anybody do aspirations or obsessions for additional beats?
Yes. Number one was find the Ebon News. So I guess we did that. Or is it not complete yet?
Here's a crazy twist. It is complete because you found the Nemean.
Okay.
The Nemean is the Ebon Noose in the other timeline.
So technically it's
Technically,
right?
yes.
Okay. Next I got check my back scar.
Also resolved. Gain another beat.
Turns out they were hiding wings. And the last one was survive the mob.
Technically true. 3 beats, 3 aspirations completed. You're doing it effectively.
Nice.
Next time I'm going to ask, oh, am I still hungry? Did May cure my hunger?
No.
I'm going to ask her about that.
You probably should. Ethel Parallax.
One of my aspirations was to find Mona, so I got that one. can I have, I don't know if fix Sanjada's soul is correct, but something around that.
Well, you definitely can. It's not going to be an easy endeavor, but you can get a lot of beats off of farming Sanjada's soul. It is complicated and definitely worth Mage interest.
Would you say I kept Alora safe in this encounter?
It wasn't really anything to keep her safe from.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a bit of a stretch. That was the only one that might have worked.
All right. Wonderful gaming with you all. I really think of these characters as so iconic. They really are almost tropes inside my mind.
I am shocked that May is here and that I had a tick on my body and didn't notice.
Life master.
I'm a life master.
I know it.
We should check you for other ticks. You might have magic Lyme too.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Wait, was she like on you this whole time?
Yes, apparently, yes.
Wow.
I really shouldn't be surprised. That's like classic May.
So many levels to that onion that I want to tell you, but I'm not going to do it. Got to keep the May mystery.
Oh man.
If she was attached to me when I got bitten by the Wendigos, then she would have had some of my Wendigo bitten blood.
Yeah. Oh, did you get my message about re-listening to the phone call I made with the Abyss?
I did. I haven't gone back to listen to it yet.
Okay.
But yeah.
Apparently there are clues in that conversation. So just letting you know. I personally have no time for anything, but if you want to do that.
Yeah, so Kyle starts up his tech work soon. I'm gonna have so much time to work on the clue board. Also, I married into the wards and now and I live in Salem, so now I'm just gonna look for everything.
I know, it's so cool.
I would love to do a
Pretty cool.
game at Witch Hollow Farm. That does sound.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
So the walls at Witch Hollow Farm inside the secret tunnels which exist ooze in reality with this unknown goo, which in Mage is mana.
I want to look at unknown goop.